Are you liking the game so far? I'm still on the edge. I'm still letting it fester. But ultimately the performance is very bad. The combat, you know, I'm letting it grow on me. You know, RPGs normally start off a little slow, so I'm giving it grace. So yeah, that's pretty much it right now. It's mainly just a rhythm game at this point right now, so I'm not really too big of a fan of a rhythm game. Story-wise, honestly, I don't really follow too many stories that much. This one's not really grabbing me in because the visuals are just like way below par. And plus, I feel like Baldur's Gate 3 kind of spoiled me on different types of, you know, turn-based RPGs, because that game has so much dynamics to it. Like, there's terrain, you can move your stuff around, you know, you can enhance your character so much. You have your regular action points, and then you have bonus action points. There's just so much you can do. You can do stuff out of combat. You can just, the stuff is destructible. You can throw oil on the ground, set the oil on fire, it spreads to other stuff. If there's wooden objects, it'll set those ablaze too. If you throw water on the fire, it'll dissipate the water. If you're in water and you use lightning attacks, it does more damage. You know, there's just so much more to that game, and I feel like, and the graphics look great. The story was awesome, and the choices you're able to make in that game were just like unbelievable. Like, there's just so many, and there's so many secrets in that game too. I just love that game so much. So going from that type of game to this game feels like it's like an old game. It has so many old mechanics. There's no, like, you can't look at the map all the time. The fast travel kind of blows. The loading times are ass. There's just a lot of old mechanics from like 10-15 years ago. These are how games were made, right? This is essentially Xenoblade. If you ever played it, it's literally the same thing, just with a different skin on it. But I would say the thing that I do like about this game, but that's because it's an RPG. You know, this is why we play RPGs, is the character build out. We like doing all the different characters. I like adding different stats into it. The stats are pictos or whatever, they're just passives. It's really confusing with the language, but essentially there's pictos and then there's luminaire. You have to do 4 battles in pictos in order to essentially unlock the luminaire for it, and then you can equip that onto all different characters to get that passive. Pictos have extra bonus stats that only one character can have equipped at a time, but after you do 4 battles, you can get that passive onto any character, and it costs, you know, some kind of currency, some stupid ass name called luminaire, luminescence, something like that. The combat is really like, just, you know, it feels like a really old game. That's what it feels like. I would say though that the music is pretty good. I like the comedy in certain areas and aspects of that. It's just that the game runs like shit, honestly. It's so unoptimized. It's just because it's Unreal Engine 5. Like, okay, so I would say I do have not the most powerful hardware, right? Let's just say that. But okay, you can see how the game looks right now, right? It's honestly pretty shit. But if I boot up Baldur's Gate 3, you'll see a huge difference in the quality. Like, it looks amazing on Baldur's Gate 3. It looks like a really modernized game. It looks like the next generation of games. This feels like we're going back in time, honestly. So it's kind of disappointing. But you know what? It's a new game. It's a new game. There's a lot of different mechanics, but they're all really reused and recycled from old games before if you play a bunch of different games. But I would say, you know, we're just going through the story at this point. We don't really know. We're playing on the hardest difficulty, so it might take a while. But you know what? We're gonna have a positive light. That's what I'm saying. I'm giving this game grace. Maybe there's going to be newer mechanics that are added to this game. I don't know yet. That's normally how RPGs play out, right? It's a little slow at the beginning, and then they add on a whole bunch of craziness, and then maybe it'll get fun. But yeah, there's just a lot of gripes with this game, and you know, it is a AA game. It's not a AAA game. But then again, saying Baldur's Gate 3 was it was a AA game too, but it had AAA standards. I don't know, it just feels like, you know, if you're building your game on Unreal Engine 5, everything is not optimized. It's just like, it makes the game run really poorly. Baldur's Gate 3 ran excellent on my hardware. So it's just, I don't know, it's honestly a little disappointing, but you know what? Enough complaining. Sorry guys. Let's continue. Let's have some fun. You know, that's what it's all about. We don't have too much time today. We are getting off at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's in about another 2 hours. We got another excellent 2 hours. So let's get this energy back. Let's go back to a positive light. Let's beat this boss. Let's see how many attempts it'll take. It sounds like you actually hate this game. Well, no. I'm just, you know, it's my opinion. I'm just giving it grace. We're letting it build. We gotta let it build up, right? We're still really early on into the game. Sometimes it takes games a little bit longer than other games, right? To see the fulfillment of it, right? I feel like I know there's another character that we haven't even gotten yet. So there's that, the monkey dude, and then there's probably some other stuff that I really don't know. I don't really know what's in it. So don't waste your time playing games you don't like. Not forcing you, but well, you know what you're trying. Yeah, no. I understand it, but I do want to try this game out. I do want to give it a good go, right? A good go. I do like RPGs, right? But I would say the only thing that's comparable on this level, Baldur's Gate 3 is on a whole different class, right? So we can't really include it. It's just like a different tier. It's just so much better. The only other game that's super similar to this that has very similar mechanics is Shin Megami Tensei 5. And Shin Megami Tensei 5, it has more of that creature collecting type aspect to it. So I do like that aspect to it, and then you can combine different monsters and whatever and create different monsters. You also have the whole stat different pages. You get different, you know, passives and abilities and stuff like that. So we like that part about it. It ran great on my machine. It looked excellent. It looked a lot better than this. Even though the art style was completely different, it was a little, you know, it's an anime style game. People get put off by that game, by that type of genre a little bit, but I would say the combat part of it, and then just the, what is it, the game loop of it. You fight, you farm a little bit, you kill a new boss, you get new stuff, you can create new monsters and stuff like that. I do like that part about it. This game, it's more of like, and in Shin Megami Tensei 5, they wanted you to explore. In this game, I'm trying to explore too, and honestly, it feels like it's not really rewarding for exploring, which is not something a game should do, right? You want the players to explore and to do different stuff and be like, oh, I found this thing over here, I found this thing over here, you know, that type of stuff, like, you know, Dark Souls type stuff, because Dark Souls, you know, you just never know. You might find something around the corner. You might find a monster. You might find a good item. Who knows? In this, it's really not much to it. It's really straightforward. So, you know, I just might have a more expansive way of gaming, but you know, I don't want to put this against the game. So, oh my god, I'm ranting too much. Okay, let's get back into it.